Hello and welcome to Darius Comic School, and today we take a look at not a comic, just a story from Batman Black and White. I got the Italian version in 1996 on the cover, Jim Lee, and it features a couple of artists, but there's one story that stands out in this comic and that really influenced me a lot. I mean, really a lot. And you can see this, I will link it. It's usually bad to send people to other videos right when your own video starts, but I sent you to this video and it's on my original and really old channel. And it is an animation I made for the movie school, and I used pretty much what I saw in this comic. So I was inspired by Bruce Timm's drawings and Bruce Timm's animation, and I will share with you this beautiful 8-page stories called Two of a Kind, and it's a really beautiful story. It's really beautifully drawn. It's for everybody who maybe likes a bit more the cartoony stuff, or knows Bruce Timm or doesn't know Bruce Timm. And if you don't know him because you're maybe too young and are found this channel recently, I want to introduce you to Bruce Timm. His work is great. I know a lot of people, or a couple of people, don't like him that much, but I truly love Darwin Cook, Bruce Timm, and also like Batman the Animated is really near and dear to my heart. And as I can see, Bruce Timm, again, this is the Italian version, but he wrote and drew this 8-page comic, and it's called Two of a Kind. And although it's in Italian, I want to read it a bit to you and show you the panels, and so you get a hang of the story. Probably a bit of spoilers, but I want to show you how beautifully the story is made and how beautifully the drawings are. So on this page we see like 8 panels. I don't know, let me see. Like it's 8 pages, and as you can see, it's almost all the pages have an 8-panel grid. Pretty tiny panels, but he fits a lot of story in this. It's a very simple story. It's a very beautiful story. It's a beautiful twist. And again, from all the stories in this comic book, I bought it because I saw Jim Lee on the cover, but all the other comics kind of disappointed me or creeped me out and didn't live up to here a Joe Kubert, pretty cool, but did nothing for me story-wise. And this guy, pretty cool. I think this is Jose Munoz or Munoz. I think the guy who inspired Frank Miller for his Sin City run, but maybe that's just what I think. So, but Bruce Timm, this story, this Two of a Kind, really stuck with me for the past 30 years, and I used it so often as a reference. And yeah, let me share it with you. So there's a female, how do you call it, facial chirurg, and she's new in town, and she's the pride of the city, and she knows how to fix unfixable things. And so we get the inner dialogue or monologue, like in a very beautiful noir-like story. And as you can see, beautiful yin and yang, beautiful designs, just black and white. And so we get from Harvey Dent the inner dialogue. I will read some of it to you, but it's in Italian, or I will translate some of it. And he kind of says that Batman and the police and the Arkham Asylum couldn't fix him, but she did. Like, and yeah, he kind of ceased to be Two-Face, and with that somehow they grew close, and yeah, very close and beautiful. Also, this beats like this is like a beautiful noir movie, as you can see. First page, 8 panels, beautiful. Two-Face becomes One-Face again. He falls in love. We see the titles running, and then we're up to the second page. Let me see if I can. Yeah. And so he leaves the hospital, and of course, everybody is kind of skeptical because Harvey Dent was the Two-Face, and but Harvey Dent says a great friend of his got the paparazzis off his back. And then here Bruce Wayne says, Harvey Dent says, "Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for everything." And Bruce says, "Stay out of trouble, mate. I got my eyes on you." And so while Harvey Dent starts to rebuilding his old life, he thanks good old Bruce, and Bruce watching over him. And of course, like, I guess he's an attorney, and the district didn't take him back, so he starts working for a small, I don't know, small enterprise or something like that. And then Marylin gives him, of course, his strength and his newfound sense of self. He's kind of redeemed and a new man in this sense. And there are, how do you say it? He's getting her an engagement ring, and everything is going beautifully. And then something happens, and her evil twin sister shows up. And let me show you the page, like beautifully made. As you can see, the yin and yang in each page. Here you have the yin, the yang. You have here a bit of white with a black dot. And I love how simple BruceTimm has this, and beautifully, I think he had kind of the story. He broke it all down. He drew it up or layouted it. And he stays kind of simple, but also very concentrated to what's very important. And so her twin sister shows up, and she's called Madeleine, and Marylin was kind of hiding her to not trigger Harvey. And she says, "Oh, where were you hiding this beautiful man? I can't believe you keep it all for yourself." Like, she's already very, very offensive, and she storms away with Harvey, and yeah. But this girl is trouble, and like this is like great noir tropes, as you can see. She says, "We'll see us," and they drive off, and she apologizes to Harvey. And she says, "I hope you don't mind that I hid my sister from you." And Harvey doesn't really know how to deal with this, but he says, what should I have done? I just said everything's fine." But we already can see that trouble is on the horizon. And I mean, that's great. I mean, we're just like page 1. Harvey Dent redeems himself, or gets redeemed by this magnificent angel. He gets to taste a normal life, beautiful marriage, the American dream. And then on this page, things or darkness shows up again in his life. You can take these beats and kind of implement them into your own story. And then we're on page 4, and he's working late, and he's working hard, and he kind of likes his day, but lately he's working late because of some important thing who comes up. And then there's like a talk, and she says, "I was thinking you might need something to cheer you up while you're doing your night shift." And he says, "No, darling, everything's fine. It's okay. Like, I don't mind." and then she kind of undresses her and gets her on his desk, and very, very sexy. I mean, this is what comic is about. Go big or go home, spectacle, sexy stuff, strong man, redemption, doing bad things. I mean, these are stories. And then she tries to give him a kiss, and he kind of understands that this is not his wife. This is her twin sister, Madeleine. And so Harvey says, "Oh man, Madeleine, come on, stay away from me. And can you not do your trouble elsewhere?" And then she teases him and kind of says, "Yeah, I don't think that my sister gives you the treatment I will give you." And he kind of sweats, like he, as you can see, his eyes. And then he starts to rage and he says, shut up, you little." And as you can see, he grabs her, and then we're on page 5, and the only thing she says is, "You're hurting me." And she says, and like it's just the only thing she says. She says, "You're hurting me." And as you can see, he stops, and then she says, "It's okay. I like it that way." And he falls, and well, you can judge him on his character or not. Some might call him a simp or a weak man. He probably is, but this is a noir story. It's totally cool, and well, physical beauty is truly a hard thing to resist sometimes. So he falls, and he falls hard. And while his wife is in love with him and arranging their marriage, he dreams of Madeleine and how beautiful it would be to go off and see her. Like, he knows he's in deep, and he knows he has to do something about her. And he meets Madeleine, and he says to her, "Madeleine, it's over. That one thing or that one time or the thing we had, it's over now. And if you tell something to your sister, I will just say it wasn't me. I did do nothing." And then she stands up and says, "My sister always had the things I wanted, but this time she's not getting it, and she will take somehow revenge or something like that." And Harvey dismisses this and says, "Yeah, get out, come on." And but something in her tone upsets him, and so he thinks about it. He calls his wife, or soon-to-be wife, Meryl, but she doesn't pick up the phone. And so hours pass, and he doesn't know what's happening, and he can feel it, taste it in his mouth, and so his heart races faster than his car. That's what's written here on the text, like beautiful writing from Bruce Timm. And he takes the stairs 3 at a time. He rushes up, and then the incredible, the unthinkable has happened, and he knows it's too late. And on the wall it says, "Now it's only 2 of us." And yeah, so he's in despair, and he doesn't know what to do, because he's just a normal citizen. He's just Harvey Dent, but his despair is so big that he wants her killed. He wants to take revenge, but he can't do it alone. So fortunately, he knows somebody who can do the thing that needs to be done now. And he grabs some of, how do you say it? Not the fire, but yeah, you see, he grabs it and he burns his face. And yeah, he's somewhere at the beach. Madeleine finds him, and she says, yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. She didn't love you the way I loved you. And we can see here Harvey Dent thinking, and she walks up to him and she says, she didn't love the real you. She just loved Harvey, but I love both of your sides, your dark side, your passionate side, and we're made both from the same cloth. And Harvey says, "Yeah, is this what you want? Do you still want me?" And she says, "Yes, I want you. I want you with every. This is who you truly are." And so they stand there, and he's thinking, how can he go through with the thing he wants to do? She's a real angel, and she's just so beautiful, and something like this. And she takes a look at him, and she kisses him, and he thinks about Marylin, and then blam, he shoots. And Madeleine dies. He holds her in her arms, and Batman shows up, and that's that. So, a pretty cool story, a quick story, a beautiful tale, pretty simple, but also kind of deep for 8 pages. And yeah, I wanted to share this with you. If I get more of the Bruce Timm stuff, I will show you more. Like, he's really one of my heroes. I kind of aspire. He draws me in. I like his simplicity and his style. I'm also a big fan of Darwin Cook, and of course black and white stuff like Torpedo and Sin City. And yeah, I hope you had fun. And for the rest of the stories, if you're interested, like the first story, Neil Posner, and I don't know who did it, but it's not my style. It's like a dance in the dark with Batman and a girl that was killed. And so he does his detective work. And then the next story is a story from Joe Kubert and Cool Drawings, but this story didn't draw me in. Batman somehow shows up, and I don't know. And then it's one Howard Chaykin, but I really don't love the art style. Batman faces somehow a psycho, and I don't know, really nothing going on here. And this one by Jose Munoz is really cool, about a guy who kills another guy for an instrument, and it's kind of with music and the devil, and Batman gets him. And yeah, pretty neat stuff. And this is really cool, this drawing from Giorgio Mobius. But yeah, for me, Batman Bianco y Nero, not a great comic. I don't know what this is, but it's a great cover. It's a bunch of stories. It's an anthology. And, well, Bruce Timm just hits a home run for me. And the rest is kind of neat. See ya.